So we're going to talk about the jhanas and Nibbana at this point. I've sort of recapped the various jhanas 1 through 8, which we've gone through in the past couple of videos. But you can see, sort of in brief, the first jhana, there's joy, pleasure applied in sustained thought. The second jhana, there's still joy and pleasure, but you've dropped off having applied in sustained thought. And with the third jhana, you've dropped off and you've dropped off joy from the list of qualities here. And then you still have pleasure, but you've gained equanimity. And then the fourth jhana, you have equanimity and a pure stream of consciousness. And the reason I have an arrow from there down to the cessation of conscious ideas, or Nibbana, is that it seems, from the absence of mention of the 5th through 8th jhanas in many of the versions of sort of an enlightenment story that's told, which we're going to look at next, the fruits of the life of a recluse, or the Shamanaphala Sutta is what we're going to look at next. And that's going to sort of it's going to be a description of the spiritual path, but as we'll see, many of those, if not most of those, don't mention the 5th through 8th jhanas. And it would seem as if you might be able to go directly from the 4th jhana down to Nirvana. So then, we do have listed still here the 5th through 8th jhanas, which we discussed in the last video. And then here we've got a number of different terms used for Nibbana: the cessation of conscious ideas, the cessation of perception and sensation, Nibbana, and complete trance is another sort of translation or description of it. And so in order to go from perhaps the 4th jhana or else the 8th jhana on the rest of the way to final Nibbana, is that you need to overcome the 3 deadly taints or deadly floods, which are sense desire, becoming, which is to say a desire to become or to be reborn, and then ignorance, which is, if you look at the word, it's igno, that is to not know. And so ignorance doesn't mean it doesn't have anything to do with intelligence level, but it's simply just to not know what the truth is of the way that the universe works, the true nature of reality, which becomes apparent when you reach Nirvana, or so they say. And so this in brief is these are the different levels of meditation, the different states of mind, and Nibbana is said to be the sort of refuge and final goal of this. Next we're going to sort of look at this same progression in the context of in the larger context of the fruits of a recluse, or Shamanaphala Sutta, which gives the spiritual path kind of from one end to the other in a sort of storytelling way. Thank you.